Bienvenida, bienvenido, and Joaquin. I hope each and every one of you feels welcome. So it is Destiny Bad, and I am here today with Smooch. Yeah, she's in the building. Lots of people that have been viewing asking, "Where's Smooch? Where's Smooch? Why is she not on film?" And I explained that we haven't really figured out a way for both of us to be in frame. Today we're going to do our best to try that. So today we're doing an official cooking up conversations. We decided to do just another fish fry. Typically, we want to do something different each meal, but today that's what we decided. We fix it. We're going to film it, and our conversation piece for today is going to be parents. So we're going to be discussing whether you have your parent here still with you, and those of us unfortunate like myself who've already had our parent or parents pass on. So that's going to be the topic. Smooch still has her mother here with us. We're going to talk about that and how that is for her to navigate day-to-day life. And then mine, and then we're just going to incorporate it and have you all give us your thoughts and ideas of whether your parent is here or not and how that works for you. So we're going to get started. We're in the prepping phase, but we'll be back. Before I go, please go over and subscribe to the channel, like, and drop a few comments as we play this video out for today. Stay tuned, keep watching. Okay, so we are back and we are about to get started. Again, we are doing a fish fry, just another fish fry, my favorite, which is flounder. And so because we're not doing anything fancy, we just picked up some Martha White Hush Puppy mix with onion flavor. Never seen it before, never heard of it, didn't know it existed, but this is what we chose. And we're just trying it out for the first time. We'll let you know how it turned out. Alright family, just a little bit of footage. We have been here before in the corner. Smooch Sands over there in the corner trying to put it down with this fish fry. Not a lot to film, not a lot of footage, but wanted to just capture that is what she's out there doing. We can move over a bit to the blinds, yeah. So we had a little bit of technical difficulties, not a lot to see through there. So we had to play around with it, just fixed it. I don't know what was going on, but here comes the first batch, family. Not even the first batch. Two beautiful pieces of flounder again. Can never go wrong with flounder. I don't care, I don't care, I don't care what you say. I don't care what you say. We're going to do some hush puppies next. And she has some other seafood items that I don't eat. Yeah, I hope that's just as pretty as you view it as it is in person. But that's some pretty fish. That's all I can tell you. More fish is done. There it is. More fish is done. She out here really putting her foot in it. Hush puppies are dropped in. Be back. We are slowly progressing on this fish fry. There go a few hush puppies in. So yeah, and the potatoes have already been fixed. I should maybe get a full picture of everything shortly. Alright family, again, all I could say is it's coming along, it's coming along, it's coming along. We really just did these hush puppies. We don't know anything about them. I haven't tried them. I have tasted the fish, and just like the last time, it's bomb. Alright family, so we are back. Fish fry is officially over. Didn't turn out exactly the way we thought it would, but it don't matter. We have a few pictures, a little bit of footage. We're going to move on to the conversation. Again, today's topic is about parents, meaning our parents, those who have given us life, given us hopefully good years of our life. How we pay that back, and what is it like having them still around or not. But be mindful when I speak in terms of parents, I'm going to do that because all my life I had one parent. So you won't hear me really refer to parents because I wasn't raised by a mother and a father. That's not the dynamic of my household coming up. So that's what that is. And I say that because I know many people have both parents. So not missing that. That's just my life story. And then of course, Smooch's story. I'll let her tell the whole thing, but just a quick snippet. She has her mother still with us, unfortunately. Like my mom has already passed away. Her father's already passed away. So we're just here to talk about the dynamics of that as a piece of our content because we've had a personal conversation multiple times about it, and I thought it would be a good one to discuss with the family. So, for me, the reason it's such a topic, I always tell her, you know, it's amazing she has her mom, but at the same time, I'm always conflicted in my own mind with, am I really okay with the fact my mom has already passed on, she's gone, she's not here with us, right? Am I just okay with that? You have to be okay after many years. It's been since 2005. My mom passed away. You have to be, at some point, okay to continue to live your life. And then my thought process is always, though I'm okay with it because I really had no choice, how would I be if my mom was still here and I was able to watch her grow older? So that's really what the topic is about. And I think it's just a big thing where nobody really knows the difference. When your parent is already gone, that's all you know. When your parent is still here, you're never going to say, oh, I wish they weren't. So it's just that difference in how you navigate life with your parent already gone and already having yours. So obviously it's a blessing to still have your parent. So I'm going to let Smooch talk a little bit about, you know, how that is for her to still have her mom here. So, and again, I'll explain later how Smooch is not on camera, in frame again. We'll talk about that later. We'll just get the topic over with. But Smooch, you want to kind of open up what that's like, being blessed to still have your mom around, what that's like for you?
It's a very beautiful thing, of course, to still have my mom around. She just turned 79 a few weeks ago, and if any of you guys were to ever meet her, you wouldn't think she's 79. I mean, she's up on everything.
Nothing about her,
and it's not one of those things that she tries to act younger or anything like that. She's just very knowledgeable and just very
keen and
tuned and just about the world. And even as a 79-year-old senior, I always call her and clown like, "What you doing, OG? What's up, senior?" Because again, my mom don't get out of bed after 9 o'clock in the morning, and you know, senior citizens get up at the crack of dawn
with the worms and butterflies and birds, and not her.
Yeah, exactly. But to expound on that, it's like I stated, it's beautiful, but it's also hard because, like all of us, your mind is so strong. My mom's mind is so strong, but of course, your body doesn't coincide with your mind.
Does what it's designed to
do. Exactly. So
start breaking down.
So sometimes when I have conversations with her and she repeats herself, I have to remember that she's a senior citizen, and regardless of how sharp she is, she's a senior citizen still, and she may repeat herself, and she's not going to remember things the way that she used to remember. Hell, I don't remember things the way I used to remember them. So
exactly.
But anywho, I lost my father 20 years ago, February 4.
Wasn't it? We lost your father, my mother, a year apart.
Yes, I lost my father in 04.
Lost him. And we didn't know each other at that time, but that's just our story, a year apart.
And of course, as Destiny stated, losing a parent is very hard. But I would have to say the fact that I have been on both sides of it now, of losing a parent and still having one, to me it's harder watching them age.
Interesting. Hold that thought. Interesting, but hold that thought. So you did say it's a little bit harder having your mom. It's a blessing to have her, but it's a little bit harder watching her grow older. Why?
It is. And reason being is for some of the things I stated. Like I said, my mom mind is still sharp, but of course her body is on a different track. And she doesn't, luckily, knock on wood, she doesn't have no medical issues other than high blood pressure, arthritis, you know, just the usual regular wear and tear.
Growing older type stuff.
Yes, she doesn't have, thank God, she has no major medical issues, and I'm very happy for that. But what I say is it's harder to just watch because even though she doesn't have anything going on, it's almost like you kind of sort of know.
It's still a decline.
Yeah, it is.
Regardless. It's still a decline. You know, you're not physically seeing any hardships, but you know, I mean, every day. It's not a birthday that we grow older. We grow older every day. So you know that's happening whether you physically see anything or not.
Yes. In the fact that I lost my father, he died of cancer, pancreatic liver cancer. and it happened so fast. Like I'm talking about 6 months from the time he was diagnosed to the time he transitioned. And even though it was, and that was hard, but I guess maybe due to the fact that it was so fast, that it was almost like not having a chance for reality to set in to know exactly what all was going on. You knew what was going on, but it was almost like emotionally and mentally, between trying to get him to doctor's appointments and then trying to just make sure he's okay, then trying to make sure my mom's okay, then trying to make sure that the siblings are okay. It's like,
So I have a question for you. How was that? Because my thought process of knowing somebody's going to pass away is always, it's got to be a little bit better. Not for everybody. I'm just saying it's an opportunity to be better because you can prepare for it. So for you to know cancer was that thing, did that make it easier, or was it still hard regardless of the fact you knew?
no, it was hard regardless of the fact that
Okay.
you knew, because I mean, one thing that we as people fail to realize is just because you have cancer doesn't always mean that it's terminal.
True. But that's the thing we think, though.
Yeah, we're saying we think. I mean, because you have so many cancer survivors.
True.
So with my father, it was one of those things that the initial diagnosis, like, okay, get to doctor's appointments and chemo would do things,
Mm-hmm.
but the reality was there was nothing that could be done because it had spread and was so aggressive already that.
So yeah, even at that point, when you felt personally like you knew cancer was going to be the thing to take him out,
Mm-hmm.
when you felt like you knew it, was that better? Knowing, I just feel like an unexpected death is hard. You get a phone call, somebody's been in a car crash, they're dead. That's unexpected. You have no time to process. So that's where my leading question is. Does it make it a little bit better when you know there's a terminal illness that in days or weeks doctors have kind of given you that notification that, go ahead and say your goodbyes or whatever?
Yeah, it gives you more time for mental and emotional preparation.
So at least to prepare for this.
If there is such a thing, I know people always say, I prepared for this, or I mentally prepared for this. It's one thing to go through all that in your heart. So in your head, it's like, okay, I'm preparing myself for this, but emotionally, when everything actually happens and your parent transitions, no matter how much preparation you thought you've done mentally, emotionally, it's never easy. It's still not easy, regardless whether or not you've had the conversations by yourself, like, okay, I know this is going to be what takes my parent away, cancer.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't make it any easier. It still made it hard because, again, like I was saying, during when you find out everything is going on, it's like it was so fast, doctor's appointments, this, that, and the other, and next thing you know, you're trying to have a one-on-one conversation with your parent because you're trying to get, if this doesn't sound bad, your own closure that you know is about to take place.
No, I mean, it don't sound bad. It's reality.
Yeah.
Some people get a chance to say goodbye, some don't. So my thing is everything she stated and how she's processed it, obviously that's her story, that's her journey. And it's different for everybody because like she said, you hear people say, oh, I had time to prepare for this. And some people just navigate it differently. Some people, like myself, I always feel like if I can know, it would be better for me. And I guess because I'm a thinker, I'm an overthinker, I process things differently. So if I have time to not even think about it, if I just have time to know I'm about to lose a loved one, and because of how I process death altogether, very differently, I'm very open about death. A lot of people are not. They don't like to talk about it. I would be okay if I know that I have these last moments with you and I can have these conversations with you, love on you, hug on you. I would be okay. Even though my mother also passed away of a terminal illness, her death was still unexpected. She literally took herself to the hospital one day not feeling well, and 3 days later she was gone. Mm-hmm. No one expected that. That devastated the hell out of me. I lost it, obviously. So yeah, but I think, just having a different type of closure. But again, that's for some people. Because as you stated, it was still hard. Some people can be okay because you think about how many unexpected deaths there are in the world. That's usually devastating because you get a call in the middle of the night, middle of the day, whenever somebody's gone. it's either you just spoke to them, you had plans tomorrow with them. It's just, it takes your whole. It's a whirlwind of emotion. So, in having two parents already gone and her still having her mom, and that's the only parent I ever knew. So, like you said, it's kind of hard because you're not watching her have any lifelong hardships. All right, fam. So we're back having a few technical issues. So whatever glitches I'm not able to edit out, it's just because we're having some technical issues, but we're going to keep pushing through. I think the last thing I was saying before we had the issue was my biggest thing about being okay this many years later with my mom already passing on. That's God's decision. Nothing I can do about it. Can't change it. Is I don't get a chance to watch her grow older, which I think mentally that would mess me up worse than her already being gone, if it makes any sense to anybody. Because my mother was very vibrant. She was very hands-on. She loved to get into do it yourself, DIY projects. Loved it. Loved to redo things in her home. Loved being out, not so much gardening, but loved to cut her own grass. She was just active in everything. So to watch that decline in her body, mentally, I think that would mess me up. I don't know why, that's just what I think. She's already gone. I've had many, many years to progress in life and be okay with it. So that's the biggest thing that, Smooch and I talk about over the years. She has her mom, but you're still blessed. So it's kind of a hard one to give a great example, because it's not like you're watching your mom in a wheelchair or with a walker or with an oxygen tank or something like that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That sister right there, I'm going to say it again, you would not know that she's 79.
At all. She is quick. She knows things we don't know. She's talking about TikTok. She scrolls on social media. She could tell us about a new Cardi B song. Like, that's just her.
Yeah, exactly.
So
get in her little car and go out every Saturday, she still drives.
Dance.
And she's driving and lives in a major city with my other sister. So it's hard.
In your case, it's a blessing because of where she is mentally, physically. She's good.
And I think it would be more difficult if she had a lot of health issues.
And that's my thing.
I probably have a different take on losing a parent as opposed to having one.
Right.
Because I feel like even what I do for a living now, so many people homes that I do step into, and they're like, oh, my son or my daughter be here to help or da-da-da. So just, if that was my mom, I'm sure I would have a totally different mindset, because that would be, I'm sure, more harder than to have already lost a parent, because to watch your loved ones digress, and sometimes people digress quickly.
And some of us age gracefully,
exactly.
like your mom is doing, but some of us.
Yeah. So I think it's one of those things that the bottom line, whether you have your parents still, and if you do, love on them.
Oh, love on them.
Continue to give them that respect, because one thing about it, and I had this conversation with one of my siblings the other day, I would never understand or know the depths of a mother's love for their child, because I don't have any kids. And I'm gonna say this: a mother's love. I'm gonna give it to the moms, because you guys, it's different than us. I'm gonna say of a father, but I would never get the opportunity to understand the depths of a mother's love or a parent's love. So the sacrifices that were made for when people have kids, give that back to your parents. Especially
you owe it to them.
Yeah, especially when they are older. I feel like if you are blessed to have your parent and they are a senior citizen, man, and you stop and think about the sacrifices they made for you, the small things that your parent may ask you as a senior, baby, come take mama to the store, or better yet, just to go see them.
Yeah, it's a blessing to be able to do that.
Yeah,
because I definitely miss it. I don't have the chance to do that, and I'm real big on people who aren't close to. Now, I don't care about you not being close to your parent, but the disrespect and not caring for them as they age, grow older with ailments. I have an issue with that. I don't really fool with people that see it differently or do it differently. I don't have any respect for a person that will not love on a parent, which is kind of contradictory to my last topic I did alone, talking about toxic family members, and if you have that toxic relative, they need to be out of your life as well. I mean, parent. Sometimes there's a parent, but that's on a different level. On the scope of having a parent that's provided for you, cared for you, and you still have the ability to do for them, that's what we're going to stick to that today. It's not about a toxic parent.
Yeah. Because those things that, to me, we become adults when we get our own lives outside of our, parents, and there's still enough time in your own life that you still can go and see about mom or go see about dad. And sometimes they just want to just see you.
That's it.
Sometimes they want just phone call from you. Sometimes they want to just sit and listen to the wind with you. And I think that I really feel like when we become adults and our parents become the children, meaning we have to now look after them. Some of us don't give our parents the same thing that they gave us.
Oh.
And I don't think that is right.
Because why would you not?
Yeah, exactly. And
Why
me
would you
personally, I call my mom all the time and just sometimes just say, Mom, thank you. Thank you for every sacrifice that you made for me. It's one of those things that I want my mom to know I'm very appreciative of the life that she assisted in providing for me. And I know that a lot of days it was not easy. I know a lot of things that she missed because of having to work and provide for me and my siblings. Even though my dad was in I grew up in a 2-parent household, but still, they had to work. It was mouths to feed, bills to pay, things to take care of. So like I said, I feel like when you are blessed to have your parent and you are, an adult, give your parent the same thing that they gave you. And if they didn't give you anything good, then step up your game and give them something better than what they
you still don't
you.
have to, say, you don't, if you feel like you weren't, taken care of or didn't have the best relationship, you still can grow older and be a better person.
Yeah.
Sometimes it helps people see the light of what they did wrong, see the errors of their wrong. If you're just treating them great, sometimes people will realize they don't deserve you to treat them great, but it brings about a different bond at the end, because as we get older, we get more graceful. We get more in tune to, wow, this person, I really didn't do this person that great, and look at what they're providing for me. So it's definitely one of those things to just take in consideration and be mindful having a parent around still in your life. Okay, family, this is the last segment of Cooking Up Conversations. Today we did a second fish fry. Smooch is in the house. So we're just going to get her take. You coming in frame. She coming in frame for y'all. Whoops. Now you want me to make me tell your business why she wasn't in frame, but I'll tell you when she leaves.
You can tell it.
Well, she agreed to be in frame today. No problem. And then she took a shower after the fish fry. Went upstairs, shampooed her head, put conditioner in, and I'm like, you do realize you're sitting here with a head full of white hair, so she got clumped up conditioner in her hair, so nothing see. I keep telling y'all she's not that shy not to be in frame.
I'll be in frame here soon. Next time.
Yeah, she's not that shy. It's just not always convenient, and then today she forgot to put conditioner here, and conditioner stuck in it. But anywho, wrapping up, won't let her add anything to navigating life without your dad already gone and your mom still here. We're going to wrap it up.
Yeah, the biggest thing that I want to say, my takeaway for this segment is, if you are blessed to still have your parents with you, pick up the phone multiple times throughout the week, call them. If you live long distance from them, my mom is an hour and a little bit change from me, and I don't see her as much as I would like to, only because just life gets in the way, and everybody knows how that goes. But you best better believe we are on the phone multiple times a day. So my biggest takeaway from this is, if you have your parent, love on them, give them everything and more than what they gave you, as opposed to or like they gave you. I can't think of all the quite right words to say.
You say like whatever they gave you, do that and more.
More, exactly. Because I think about my mom, my parents. I'm a 70s baby, and I can imagine how hard it was then. You definitely, if you have your parents around, that means they are, and they're seniors. Love on them, call them, see them. Go take mom or dad to lunch. Take both of them lunch. Do a mom-daughter thing. Do a mom-dad. Do whatever you have. Yeah. That's my biggest thing, because I love when I get with my mom and we all go out.
It is something else.
And it's beautiful. Like, as a matter of fact, we have an upcoming concert that we're going to in June, and we're doing this all-girls trip.
All-girls trip. Her sisters, me, her, and guess who's on board?
My 79-year-old
mom.
She said she's going, and
she be hanging. She's got plenty of concerts with us.
We have a concert coming up Father's Day weekend, and moments like that, I love it. I love it. We have another concert in September. My mom wants to go see it. It's October, London. Maxwell, Jasmine Sullivan going to be here in our area.
And I love it because, again, I don't really navigate my life with people that don't respect their parents and don't love on them. So I thank God I have the heart that I have, that I don't have any enviousness or jealousness. I'm never around her and her mom like, oh my God, I miss my mom, or I wish I had that. I love it. Like, she can't be any other way around her mom. And if I'm on the scene, like, I just can't deal with anything. Like, I don't have my mom, so it's hard for me to see anything different. Yeah. So I appreciate she is close to her mom. They like two teenage BFFs sit on the phone and heckle and go. I'll be like, Lord Jesus. So yeah, it's a beautiful thing to watch their relationship. I love it. I don't have any, I have my own feelings of missing my mom, but it's never been geared towards how close y'all are. It's weird, but it's not. So yeah.
And I love that about you, really. It gives off such beautiful vibes. The fact that you are like that.
Oh yeah.
I mean, really. So until the next time, people. The next rain. Next time that we come and do cooking up conversations, I make sure that I don't have no conditioner in my hair. I make sure I'm on point and jump in so everybody get a chance to physically get to see.
I told them TMZ get away with it. They put the person's audio on the screen and all their words where we can read it, and then a picture of the person. So we'll figure it out.
Take care. Pick up that phone. Call your mom. Call your dad. Go take them to lunch. Take them to dinner. Do a weekend getaway with them. Take them to a concert. As a matter of fact, my sister did that. She took my mom to see the Temptations. So yeah, do something with your parents for the week. Let it be your goal. Let it be your thing on your list. Do something fun with your mom or your dad or whichever parent that you still have alive in your life right now.
And we believe some of you all probably have good relationships with your parents. Keep it up. Don't stop. Don't fall short. And those of you who don't, everything she's saying is her takeaway. We're speaking to you. If you don't have the best, step it up some.
But if you got that mom or dad who has done right for you, love on them.
You only have one.
Yeah, love on them.
Most of us only have one set of parents. Some people have adopted parents, extended families, but those natural birth-giving parents, you only have one, so definitely do right by them.
So love on them.
So love on them.
Until the next time, everybody. Take care.
All right. So since Smooch ain't the content creating person, she'll pop up. She'll show up and do her part. I may hop back on and kind of wrap some things up. I don't know. Sometimes I do videos and I think, dang, I should have said this, I should have said that. So I'm going to pause the video for now, and either way I'll come back and do my own official takeaway and goodbye. But for now, all the technical issues and things had my brain a little cloudy. So stay tuned, keep watching. Please post some comments at the bottom. Stop, take a second to subscribe. Bring some family members and friends back over with you, and we appreciate you. Later. Alright fam, so I'm back real quick. I thought I had something else to add to the video because in the midst of us talking, I had two thoughts that popped in my brain. I pondered about 5 or 10 minutes after Smooch got off. I cannot think of them, so I'm just going to wrap this video up. Smooch did a pretty good takeaway. I'm going to leave it at that. Exactly what she said. Love on your parents if you still have them. If you don't have the best relationship, try to do better. Life is short, we all know that. So try to do better and do more with them. Love on them. Don't be afraid to take care of them. Go to doctor's appointments and visits. Know what's going on with their health. Know the things they need to do to, longevity for the remainder of their life. Where they need to stop eating certain things. Just pay attention to them, their health, and just, do good by your mom, your dad, if you still have them. And that's about it. Again, I think she had the best takeaway, best insight. And we're never telling people what to do. It's just our own life stories, our own navigations of how we do things in life, our opinions, and just some advice. Y'all know my saying, I don't tell other grown folks what to do. That's not what I get into. Can't stand to see it on social media. So that's not what I'm about. But that's it. I want you all again, stay tuned, keep watching. Appreciate all the support. And subscribe if you're new watching. And if you are a subscriber, then drop us a few comments down at the bottom. We appreciate all support. You all have an amazing week. It is Sunday the 19th. So our week's about to start. I hope you all have a great one. Bye.